Hello guys and welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's been a while since I've been on here, so I just wanted to do a quick little video to get me back into the feel of YouTube. I'm back in freezing cold England again, and I've bought some new shiny camera equipment and sound, so hopefully the videos will start getting better and better from here. But I just wanted to answer a few questions that I recently got on a video that I saw, and both of them were regarding a similar thing on the gate turn-in. And I just wanted to do a quick little Q&A almost style thing, just to test out my new equipment, really. Okay, so the first question is from Andrew James. So his question is, when do you turn in for the gates? What do you use as a marker when you turn in? Do you wait until you see the gates, or do you use the boat as a marker? Your comments would be helpful. Okay, so this one can be quite a tough one, because everybody looks differently. I can't see what everyone else sees. I only know what I see, okay? But for me, I think of it as a picture. So I have a picture ingrained in my head of when the perfect gate is, what everything looks about. From the angle of the boat towards where I am, from where it's going towards through the gates, what angle the gates are kind of on my vision. So if I'm here and the gates are here, how far are those gates in front of me, away from me? How twisted are they? If that makes much sense, okay? So a solid place to start is try to find that picture for yourself. Start about when the tip of the boat is going through the red gates, and when you get to that point, you start your turn-in. And if you miss it, you maybe adjust it by a second or half a second, or a count if you can. But we're not using that counting as a sustainable method. What I want you to build up towards is get used to that picture in your head of exactly what it looks like when you split that right hand gate buoy and you get it exactly spot on. And it's always different because, first of all, the faster speed you're going with the boat, obviously the more time it's going to take you to get through to that first wake, and the further the boat's going to have gone, so the earlier you're going to have to turn in. The shorter the rope gets, the closer you're starting to the gates. There's a ton of different, even just on the day, if you pull out just a second shorter or longer, you're going to be at a different width, which again puts you a different length away from the buoys. So everything's different. That's why it's a little bit of a black art, okay? It's not easy. But this is why I say try find that picture in your head, and have a few pictures when it's a headwind, when it's a tailwind, and you won't notice it, but you'll all of a sudden start to realise that that's what a good gate looks like. That's where I want those buoys to be, and you can start your turn. And just a little finisher to this as well is, it's not good to be using when the nose of the boat goes through the buoys all the time. And why it's not sustainable is, like I said, there's so many different variables to a gate. One, the Malibu has a massively longer tip than the Nautique does. It's only a little thing, but those kind of things can make a big difference, okay? Especially when we get to a tournament, we're a little bit nervous. We have to be able to trust our instinct and try look at that picture and go, okay, I need to be confident moving there. And the other question that I want to answer today is from Scott's Marine. He says, you are on the back of your ski after the glide, but then manage to turn in balanced. Can you talk about this in a video? I think this is where most people falter. Okay, first of all, it's kind of a feeling thing. To me, I feel like I'm stood on the centre of my ski. If I try to get further forward than I already am, it makes me feel like I'm kind of trimming the ski a bit too flat, and it actually feels like it's catching and slowing down. So this, in my feeling, when I'm stood on top of that ski, feels like the most efficient point to stand, okay? But I do agree, especially the comment was from the video of Swiss. I can link the video in one of these corners if I can figure out how to do it. But I do see that when you put a picture of me versus Will or Nate, I stand a little bit further back on that ski. And for me, when I've always tried to stand further forwards than that, again, I feel like the ski's kind of bogging down a touch. There's too much ski in the water. But the main reason is if I stand really far forwards, there's nowhere for me to go but back. Obviously, I can stay forwards, but I always feel like I'm having to fight it and I'm losing my hips in the process. So the reason I stand slightly a touch further back with my weight is I feel like I can start here nice and tall, but a touch back. And then as I start my turn-in, I can really commit my left hip as a right foot skier to moving forwards through that turn, and it gives me a bit more space to move. So instead of starting forwards and then maybe getting caught or maybe dropping your shoulder, the only place you can move to save it is chuck back. And obviously then we finish back. So that, in my opinion, is why I managed to stay relatively balanced through the turn, is because yes, I maybe start a touch back, but it gives me space to move forwards through that turn. So at the finish of the turn, when I'm set, then I'm ready to go and I can finish over the front of my ski. So thank you very much, guys, for the questions. I love answering your comments and your questions, and I want to do a few more videos of these in the future. So please, any questions you have, leave them in the comments and I'll either get back to you with a note or with a video like this. I'm back in England now for maybe a month or two, and I'd love to do lots more of these videos and hopefully get in the scheme of things, okay? So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please leave a like or subscribe, or a comment would be fantastic. I really enjoy reading all your comments, and I will see you in the next video soon. Thanks, guys.